So hello, my name is Remy, and we are starting like a new project, Holistically Successful Human. So welcome to LiveDinner TV, everybody who is watching. And
Hi.
Linas, thank you very much for inviting to this place. This is like, how do you call it?
It's a Tingly Blogger House.
Could you share more about what is it?
Sure. Well, first of all, Tingly is one of a kind experience gift company, which is a global experience company, a global experience gift company. So we do things slightly different than anyone else, but maybe we'll come back to that a little bit later. So we've been working a lot with travel bloggers and influencers from around the world. And that relationship was very, I wouldn't say formal, but remote for sure. And we wanted to change it, to make something again different, because Tingly is like really, really different. So we've built this loft apartment, which we've put in with all the possible gear, gadgets, fastest internet we could get in Lithuania. Segway, motorcycles, place to sleep, green screens, white screens, projectors, whatnot. And we're inviting travel bloggers, influencers from around the world to come and stay here for free in Lithuania, with two main reasons. First of all, to promote our country. I believe a lot of people don't know about Lithuania, and it's exotic in a very different way, but like if you've been to many places and the boxes are ticked, come to Lithuania. And another one is to build the relationships. We are the company which sells experience gifts or experiences, and it's really, really important for us, for people to understand that it's not just a business, it's a lifestyle, it's a passion, and that's what we do because we love it, and the only way we believe we can transfer that is by meeting in person. So we're sitting here in a Tingly Blogger House, and for me it's an experience.
Okay.
So thanks a lot for inviting.
Thank you. And also, while watching our live TV, we will announce some prizes about bucket list, but it will be a bit later. And you mentioned lifestyle, and the word probably a lot of entrepreneurs you can see who are starting business or already serial entrepreneurs, they're going through different stages in their lives. And for me, it's like a question, what do you think personally for you? What is the lifestyle, or what is the holistically successful person, or human, or just successful? So what your ideas, perceptions comes to your mind when we speak about that?
Yeah, it's a broad topic, but if we're talking about a lifestyle as a business, it's one thing. I've managed actually to create something which is Tingly Gift Box, a global gift solution around the world, which involves traveling to different places, trying new experiences, promoting it to amazing people. It's a product which has no borders. Someone is gifting a Tingly gift box in one country, a recipient receives it in another country, and they end up going on the vacation or honeymoon somewhere else. So it's just a completely global thing. And it's my passion. It's according to my values, it's according to my mission, which by the way is to change the gift giving culture around the world, from gifting material objects to gifting experiences. And it kind of flows into the question of holistically successful person. I believe it's someone who has something bigger than himself as a mission, purpose. Someone who keeps growing. It's not about, I've been there, done it, like, education or something like that. Like, we learn every day, all our lives, and that's a journey. So someone who expands physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically, or whatever, and that's one side of it, or one more side of it. And relationships, we live in a world where everything is becoming quicker, faster, cheaper, easier, whatever. And where is this relationship with people, with your loved ones, with your family, with nature? And I believe that's a core ingredient that human beings need. That's how we've evolved in groups, and in tribes. And again, like, my business does that. Like, we are a gift solution which enables someone to give the happiness and then spend time together, travel to a new place, try a new thing, try together, grow together, remember together. And and that bonds people, and so I'm overly excited around that. And how can you be happy if you're not healthy? So if we don't have health, we don't need anything else. So first of all, it's like as a core, in order for you to be successful or happy. I mean, question mark what successful actually means these days. Is it money, is it status, is it job, or is it like happiness? I'm going for happiness, which unites a lot more than just currently understood success, or we're actually shifting away from the success, or fake success, into maybe more real success. And I understand that this channel is all about that. It's about, like, encouraging people and, like, rewarding people who are on the path or right on the edge to get on a path for growth and happiness.
Yeah, very nice. I admire your point of view, and I will share also the concept which correlates with your sharing about holistically successful, or as you mentioned, like happy person. But I will do it a bit later. I would like a bit deeper now to the experiences. And I remember you shared so many different experiences you had yourself, like in your past. Maybe later you will share also a bit what's going to happen in the future. But in the past you were traveling somewhere in India with tuk-tuk or Peru flying. So what happened there? Like,
okay, I'll start with a little bit of what happened in the past is that, like, my job is sharing experiences with people, and I've tried, okay, not everything, but, like, hundreds, probably thousands of different experiences. So be it from parachute jumps, hot air balloon flights, like, driving different cars, flying in a fighter jet, and crazy things like that. And I remember I actually burned down a little bit from that, because I felt like adrenaline level and experience level kind of grew very, very high, and it became, like, really difficult to surprise yourself, and that was a little bit of a disappointment. I thought, like, did I ruin my life, and is that it? And then I saw another side of experiences, and that's, like, experiences which are happening inside of you. And like, I remember very well, like, in Delhi, I'm in this retreat where it says yoga 6 a.m. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna come for yoga, and, like, I turn up there. None of my friends, international entrepreneurs who were there around, and I felt like, that's the only way to know it is to try it, and be there. And it was this transcendental meditation or dynamic meditation. Yeah, jumping, shouting, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much more. So I've traveled to India quite a few times, and one of them was in India. We drove a challenge, a rally with tuk-tuks. And so 1,000 kilometers across India, streets, roads, whatnot.
It's like
Another time I took my colleague from another company to go to India again, to Himalayas. So we quickly flew to Delhi, then Manali, and we rode the classical tour of Route 66 of India on a Royal Enfield classical motorcycle across the Himalayas, where we actually met Dalai Lama at the end of the trip, which was just crazy.
Blessing.
Yeah. And last November I was in Peru, in Andes, Machu Picchu as well, with local shamans there. Which again, I just wanted to expand my understanding of experiences and what's happening around in the world, because now I have some understanding, or enough understanding that maybe there is not enough understanding.
That's a good start.
I think I'll leave it with that. But so in short, experiences are physical, but also emotional, and that allowed me to appreciate again the physical ones, be a lot more in the moment. Just be happy, or happier,
Nice. It's a good vibe you are spreading. Very nice. So adding to you, also would like to share this concept which I am using in my mentoring sessions, and also applying to my own life and going on this journey. And as you mentioned yourself, I also had a burnout, and then I thought what the hell is this? So why I am running this direction? So maybe I need to run inside. That's how I also started this journey to the retreats, getting the accreditation in Italy for holistic counseling. And then it came this concept, and you mentioned probably all the areas. So what is holistically successful human is if you are taking the hand, so the first finger is a symbol of health and energy. And as you mentioned, if you don't have health and energy, so you cannot enjoy other things. Doesn't matter how beautiful or expensive they are. Another one is a direction. So it's evolving or making a second curve again and again in your professional life. It's switching and going global, because you built a company here in the country, and then you went up again and build a global company now. The middle finger, in different countries it means different things, and it doesn't mean that you want to send somebody somewhere, but actually it means a financial abundance, and if person is putting the main focus here, so then he's showing a certain gesture. But if somebody hits on this finger, so then it hurts. Another finger is usually the ring, and I see you have a ring on you. So usually it's a relationship, and the relationship with your loved ones, in your family, and the small one is your hobbies, friends, and your social life. So what does it mean? That you need to push more blood in each of these areas in order to function more holistically. And what's important, you mentioned the Dalai Lama, so what is the palm? It's the palm is the consciousness or spirituality, it depends how you call it, so it's a bigger questions and bigger meanings for yourself. So this is the concept, and I really glad during these interviews to meet with the people who made it or who are on the journey and made a craft like of their own life with, of course, certain mistakes and still going on, because it's never-ending process. This is like going. So it's beautiful to hear like from your experience. And you mentioned about the sharing a bit, and when I'm looking, it seems like we met, I don't know, half a year ago or something. You lost some kilos, so maybe you are doing something like for your body or something that is making a shift for yourself.
A year and a half I started doing, I don't know how it's called in English, like an inner muscle training. So we're playing, I call it playing because at the end of the day our whole life is just playing. But these like soft balls, like fit balls,
big
fit balls,
like
yeah.
Boom, boom.
So we stand on them, like on balance, like doing sit-ups, I think they call it.
It's
and putting some extra weight on shoulders, doing planks, front planks, side planks, and things like that. And now I've brought the same kind of energy into the office. And the whole team in Tingli is enjoying that, and energy is just through the roof, motivation as well. And but a couple months ago I joined like a challenge, a Wild Fit challenge. Eric, I can't remember. Yeah, like really nice guy. So at the moment it's in the progress. Some crazy things out there, but highly recommended. Like if you consider that like Wild Fit challenge, you should look it up. So that's what I do. But like overall, I feel like morning before 6, wake up, no alarm. Glass of warm water with a bit of a lemon. Sit on a yoga mat, like stretch, meditation, play some music in the morning. Take the kids into the kindergarten and school, enjoy work, enjoy the challenges, bring more happiness to the world through gifting and things like that. And like we travel a lot with the family, we travel a lot with on my own, to expand my kind of limits. Yeah, so this is like losing a few kilos, but
okay,
and some hair.
You mentioned about the gifts, so we're inviting you who is watching these videos to share, to like the Facebook page Tingli, and also to tag some friends of yours, so you are able to win this experience. And this is like a bucket list. So what is it? What is
I've been in an experience gift business for the last 12 years, and we've made a lot of people happy, but that wasn't good enough because it was locally, and Tingli is the first global experience gift company. So what it means that let's say someone is in Italy, Spain, UK, US, wherever. So you buy a Tingli gift box in one country, you can send the gift to someone else, your friends internationally or locally, and they can choose any experience we thought was the best in the world as your bucket list experience. And it has 100+ countries to choose from. So they are like the best of the best. Like it's called bucket list. But like we've got many other titles and collections if you look up on Tingli.
Okay, great. So guys, share, please tag somebody, and nice experience could enter your life. So on this journey, like, if we are looking to the future and your lifestyle, could you share some what's going to happen in the future, close future? I mean, this next half of the year, how you plan your work, like life, family. So how this process looks like, and maybe some highlights on this journey.
Yeah. Well, first of all, every day I'm involved in Tingly, and that's a massive challenge and pleasure and a joy. Like we're a global gift company, 103 countries we've sent gifts to.
I see this like a world map,
Yeah,
so this is like the dots
marked around there.
Uh-huh.
So it's fantastic, but speaking about the trips or challenges and personal growth, it's on Sunday we're traveling to Spain with my wife, so kids stay at home. It's time for us, so a little bit of a changing environment and like spending time with your loved one. Back from Spain. I'm actually flying to Morocco in 3 weeks.
Morocco.
And in Morocco there's like a Morocco Desert Challenge, a small version of Dakar race.
With the jeeps, like big ones.
Yeah, so we're gonna race a jeep across the desert and rocks and whatnot for 7 days. So it's like
Nice.
from Agadir in the ocean to Mediterranean. And by the way, sharing that experience with like a really good friend of mine and like other friends who are joining also the trip. So it's gonna be sharing, experiencing, expanding your comfort zones. We'll be sleeping in tents in the desert, racing or driving really, really fast a whole day, so really tired. And I'm sure it's going to be lots of flow state through the days. So it's that. And then end of May, I'm going to a Mind Valley A-Fest.
Uh-huh.
It's somewhere
In Portugal.
in Portugal, yeah. If people don't know about Mind Valley or A-Fest we say it's like it's a cross between Burning Man and TED.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going there to mingle around like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of networking, inspiration, and growth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to hear some amazing speakers and
Mm-hmm.
opinion leaders. So that's great, and I've just signed up for visiting Richard Branson in Necker Island, 2 days after Portugal. So fingers crossed, it's gonna happen, and I'll be on my way to his island. He's, by the way, my number one inspirational entrepreneur and the leader in the world who actually cares about the planet and cares about people, and his attitude is somewhat different, but like I like it. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then back from there, and we'll go to see Wim Hof, Iceman.
Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be some ice baths, waterfalls in Spain again. Going there with my team members, from colleagues, friends from work.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll expand again some of our comfort zones, and we'll be on the edge of, probably beyond the edge of comfort.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then some family time with like kids and family, like traveling in the camper van. I love camper vans, and it's a sense of exploration, a sense of freedom. Just go explore, see the world, and play.
Amazing. Wow, it's so many events. It's like flashing now in my mind, and there is a little envy. I'm thinking like, and why I'm not doing myself it. I have like a son. He's 1.5 years old, but also we traveled. Just came from Dubai, and last winter we were in Mexico also.
Okay.
So still, this is like you are making it as a priority, and also like combining like a family time, also business peers groups. So this is somehow is working for you nicely, and as you said, like there is like there is wish to go to this flow state inside, and probably you are bringing some business ideas also out of these trips.
Sure, as as many probably know, like when we as humans enter the flow state, something changes in your call it brain or somewhere, and you get connected, and like time changes the reality, and like all the rest. So for me, I actually plan my flow states or flow times, and I've got different ways of how I achieve that through mainly like sports and action and travel. But you said about like mixing that with the family. Like my value is like freedom, and my value is sharing, and a few others. So sharing and growth. I believe like going on trips with your kids, with your family, that's team building, that's growth, and the best way we as human beings can learn and grow and expand our horizons and visions, understanding about the world and ourselves, is by seeing variety, and so we've started traveling with our family with kids, let's say, from early months. My daughter was 5 months old, and we flew to Mexico, same. And I remember like sitting on a very, very small like four-seat plane outside Cancun, flying above jungle, swamps, and pyramids, lagoons, and I'm holding my daughter. She's fallen asleep. Pilot puts like amazing music on the plane, which I didn't know, I didn't expect, but it was such a romantic moment. My wife, daughter, sunshine, and experience, and this music started playing, and started getting my eyes wet, and it's so much of emotion. So I think, like for me, and I encourage everyone to travel as much as we can. And again, traveling is one word, but it means maybe different things for different people. For me, that means like getting a little bit outside of your comfort zone or on the edge of it, where your sensors get engaged and alert, and you're not in this autopilot, auto regime mode, and then you soak up your environment. So for example, for me, it's not really very exciting to go to places which are very well known, or I don't want to use the word civilized, but where everything's predicted. It's gonna be like as it should be, just like this sort of pampering yourself. But like we are everyone on a certain journey. So we have to first couple of steps, and then next steps, and then next steps, and then it's growth. So you go to school, you start from something, and like
Very nice. Thank you. It's like this image still in my mind, like with you, with your daughter, and this experiences. It's why you are living, actually. And listening to you, it's like different kind of the like tips or some rules coming up. One is like having like a role model, which you mentioned, like a Branson, and there are some similarities to how you are living and what you are doing. Like also this like combining different areas, like your friendships, your family time, your businesses, and also another one, like taking yourself out of the routine to the new environment. People usually using this to go out of the comfort zone. And I would say like going to the stretch zone. It's like with the new sensations, and then you are making some shifts in your life and in your business life also. Nice.
And then you come with new ideas, new solutions, something you've never thought of, if you haven't, been always in your day-to-day kind of stuff.
Yeah, nice. It's like the sensation is like now it's sun shining, so it's really good to come to Lithuania. Now We have like a spring and summer is coming, so it's great. And thinking like maybe to leave some tips or tricks like for the listeners, but maybe to leave them more with the questions. So if you could come up with certain question which comes to your mind, with what kind you would like to leave people, I will think also like what it could be the question, if you could share, and we will see how much time we still have.
Yeah, well, the question is kind of again for a little bit from what I do and like, or what I be. It's also a question: is it like, you know, are you doing a human doer, a human beer? But yeah, the question is like, you know, when was the last time you've done something for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe when was the last time you've been like something for the first time? So, for the feeling perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So every day is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute, every second is a gift. Like, and I don't want to sound too kind of sad or something, but like one day we're gonna die, right? And
yes, this is the end of the
this
trip.
is the end of the trip, and like it's just a question when. So we don't know when, right? And if we're gonna keep postponing things, like, oh, later, like when I get there, it's gonna be that, like. So I think it's rubbish, you know. That's not the way to live. The way to live is to live today. It doesn't mean like, you know, all the rest doesn't matter. Yes, it matters, but we need to live in the present moment, and the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to like live in the moment and through the experiences and growing and learning and sharing. So when was the last time you've done something for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do now, today? You know, maybe make some list, make some plan. What would be your dream experience or dream trip or dream feeling with your loved one, with, you know, maybe your parents? Maybe they've dreamed about something they've never done, and maybe they're not gonna do it unless you're gonna help them. So yeah, it's these questions. So it's more than one side.
Very nice. Just you mentioned about the parents, and I just remembered like 2 weeks ago we were in Dubai, and it was the first time I took my mother together to travel with my family.
Wow. Yeah.
And she was also taking care of my son.
Yes.
So we had like time together with my wife, and but when I was seeing my mother like spending the time in the nice hotel, and I asked her like, "How are you?" And she said like, "It's a dream I'm living now," and it was so beautiful. And now having like my own son, I understand what she needed to come through when she had me, and this is like a paying back and sharing or giving what she cannot allow herself.
Yeah.
So it's really like inspiring, and now I plan this year also to go to United States, to LA. So also thinking like to take her over there. Yeah. So in order to bond, to travel, and to show the world for her also.
Excellent. And you said that she cannot allow herself. Like, I think, you know, sometimes people just need this a little extra push or a little extra motivation. You know, they're like, you know, thinking about, you know, sometimes others but not themselves, and just with a little, you know, push step, like, yes, you can do it, yes, you can travel, yes, you should try it, yes, you can. But like, you know, fantastic idea about, you know, traveling with your mom. We've done the same, and it was really, really nice.
So like a small push. So hope this video, this sharing for you was like a small push, And for this year, maybe to take yourself out of the routine, travel somewhere, immerse in some retreat, in some program, but experience something what is going to expand yourself. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Linas, also for sharing this, and please share, comment, and find me on LinkedIn. Drop me also some messages, and let's see you somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Give stories, not stuff.
This is a great slogan. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.